In this video, we are going to be looking at how comparing your spouse to others affects your marriage. Sometimes we ignorantly compare our spouses to others. We leave our spouses with some psychological and mental breakdown while we compare them to other people. That is why it is a very dangerous thing to do, and you should always guard your heart and your mouth whenever you want to speak about others, so that you will not compare your spouse even by mistake. In this video, I'm going to highlight how comparison affects your marriage negatively. Toxicity: when you start comparing your girl, your wife to other women, or your man to other men, your judgment becomes impaired automatically because you become very confused. Sometimes it might lead you to having some level of low self-esteem and thereby lead to some level of mental breakdown. So it is better for one to just love his partner and concentrate on the best that that person had to bring to the table. Point number 2, it is very impossible to have comparison in relationship, because when you started dating or going out with your spouse, there is one unique or distinct quality that attracted you to that person. Those things that attracted you to that person, after settling down with that person, you will now know that there are other things the former person is doing that that person cannot bring to the table, and then you begin to compare your spouse to your ex. Every little thing you want to tell them: when my ex was here, when I was with my ex, if I had issue like this, this is how he does it, this is how she does it, this is how she attend to me. There is no need for all that, because this person had something that bring her to your life, and once that quality is still there, the only thing that is left for you as an individual is to enjoy that person's quality and harness the other ones you would like them to have, instead of taking them back to your ex. Sometimes some spouses will actually go as far as comparing their present spouse sex life or sex style to the ex. It is very unhealthy, because if you do that to your partner, especially when it comes to either financial or sexual activity, you will find out that that person's self-esteem will begin to drop. When it comes to activities like that, they will not bring in their A game. They will start to diminish, because you have made them to feel incompetence. You have made them to believe that they are not really good enough in this area. You will find out that those things we are actually complaining about will continue to diminish instead of improving. So what do? Instead of castigating them, you should actually encourage them. That since you have had experiences of different kinds of people, encourage them that if you do this way, I think you will achieve a better result. So these are the ways you help your partner, instead of making them feel belittled in their own area of incompetence. Ignoring the positive aspect of life. While you are busy comparing your partner, you are losing out and missing out on the wonderful aspect of this individual. Let's take, for instance, if your partner is a very responsible individual but doesn't really have so much money to buy you Bugatti and Lamborghini, but can afford a Camry, if your partner buy it as a gift to you, why can't you appreciate him and continue your normal life? If you have dreamt of going outside the country for vacation, or going shopping as frequent as you can, going to spa for all those self-care, and at the present time your partner cannot afford it, but you keep seeing people around that are doing that, you always push your spouse. Can't you see what Mr. A is doing for his wife? You as a woman, can't you see how Mrs. B is treating her husband? Doing that, it does not only affect that person's self-esteem, but you are undermining his capability or her capability, and all the effort these people are bringing into this relationship is being undermined and disrespected. So instead of doing all that, why can't you consider appreciating the level at which your partner is spicing up your marriage and making you feel important than looking elsewhere for something you know is somehow out of reach for your partner. Appreciate that person at the very level where that person is operating from, and you will see joy overflowing in your family. Next point is unattainable expectations. Yes, I must say that we all had our expectations before we got married or while getting married. We had planned, this is what I'll be doing with my spouse, this is how we are going to plan our lives every morning, this is the routine I want to follow. Most especially women, I don't know for you guys, but I'm talking from my own perspective and my gender way of thought. We have fantasized on how we are going to live our life from beginning to almost the end. We don't even know how we are going to end at the end of the day, but you see us fantasizing on how everything is going to play out. So we come to this marriage with so much unrealistic expectation. There is no man that can act perfect to please you, to do everything you want in life. So for that reason, when you come into marriage, you should really try to know what this person has to offer. I don't know the expectation men used to come in with, but for both parties there is every need that no matter your expectation, once you come to the game, drop those unrealistic ones, movie expectations. So most women come into marriage with so many fantasies that are not realistic. If a man offends you, he has to go down to his knee, rub your feet, kiss the ground you step on just before you forgive him, and all those things are only in movies, so they are not really realistic. It's not as if our partners cannot do things like that, but you should learn your partner. Whatever your partner does their own way, it should be appreciated. Then sometimes we do not only compare them, their abilities with others, we go as far as comparing ourselves with them. Compare our job with their own job. How can she be doing better than me? How can he be doing better than me? It is not a good thing. I should be in this position if he had not come to my life. Some people will even blame their spouses for their downfall. Some people will blame their spouses for their misfortune. All manner of comparison. Somebody will say, since that my friend got married, his business started picking up, but as soon as I got married to you, my business crashed. And comparing yourselves in marriage is actually more deadly. It doesn't end well. So it is better that while you are working and earning your fee, this person is working and earning his fee, just join your hands together and make your family a better place, instead of looking at what the other person is doing that will eventually lead you to bitterness and so much resentment and hatred. That is a very dangerous kind of comparison, comparing your life, your achievements, your academic qualification, financial attainment with your spouse. Is a dangerous thing to do. So we should be mindful of our mindset. Just know that marriage is an institution, a holy institution, that where two people are meant to coexist like one, to be one and do everything as one, in unity, in peace and in love. Once you put God first in your marriage, all this unnecessary comparison will automatically be dealt with. You will not even think of it. It will hardly cross your mind if you make God the foundation of your marriage. The next point is being rude and demeaning. When you are in love with someone and always find it necessary to complain and criticize that person because he or she is not doing something the way someone else is doing to a friend, that is ill treatment of your partner. It demeans them and robs them of their self-esteem. If truly you love your partner, there will be no basis, no room at all for comparing that person to anyone else. But you should settle in for just that person and close your eyes to whatever the world is doing for themselves and enjoy your partner just the way he or she knows how to do things best. If you have always been the kind of person that compare your partner to others, please find a way of working on that particular attitude, because beside the fact that you are affecting yourself, because anything you do to your partner will have a way of affecting you. If you criticize and demean your partner for not doing a particular thing the way you want, instead of that person to get better, it will get worse or even disappear. So why can't you just encourage that person with a loving word, and before you know it, that person will bring up their A game and ensure that things works out just to suit the both of you. Remember, you are not perfect. Your partner is not perfect either. If you have that at the back of your mind, everything will work out for good. Remember to make God your foundation. Make God the center of everything in your life. Once you make God the center of everything in your relationship, you will find out that you are not even recognizing what others are doing, but focusing on yourself and your partner will be the key game here. And before you know it, things will continue to work out for you, and peace, love, and tranquility will continue to reign in your family. If you are coming across this channel for the first time, I am Coach Zara. I teach women how to do marriage based on God's standard and perspective. Please, if you like my teaching here, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. God bless you.